Well, welcome back, everyone. You know, naturalist Marie Walton is in one of my favorite parks. It is Kendrick Woods. So welcome, Marie.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah, so tell us about this park.
I'm out here at Kendrick Woods, which is the largest continuous forest in Allen County, and it's a really special place. It is a wildflower preserve, so if you come here in the springtime, there's all kinds of wildflowers. There's a beautiful hill that gets covered in trillium. It's actually a songbird refuge, so it's recognized by the National Audubon Society as being a great place for birds. So if you like bird watching, this is a great place to come out and see them. And it is also refuge to lots of other animals as well, such as deer, muskrat, rabbits, and really cool insects too. So it's a really great place for wildlife. It has some really interesting features too. So behind me here, I don't know if you can see it. If you were here, you could smell it. It's the sulfur spring. So we have a naturally occurring sulfur spring out here at Kendrick Woods, and they're actually pretty rare in Ohio. Sulfur springs are. And when the spring was first discovered here in Allen County, the locals thought that maybe it was the fountain of youth. Maybe drinking the water could cure illnesses as well. Although, spoiler alert, it does not. It is just water with sulfur in it. But it's still a really cool feature that we have here in Allen County. And then right behind me, that sulfur spring flows into the Auglaize River. And the Auglaize River, Auglaize is the French word for muddy. And when you look at it behind me, you may be able to see why, but it is much more than just a muddy river. Here in Ohio, we've had a tumultuous history with water quality. So in 1969, the Cuyahoga River caught on fire. It was so polluted it caught on fire, and that's a river that runs into Lake Erie. And since then, Ohio has really made a concerted effort to improve our water quality. And the Auglaize River is a really great example of that. So the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency did water quality tests in the 80s and 90s. And they did this by looking at what bodies of water in Ohio could allow a certain percentage of aquatic life to live, because we want our waters to be life-affirming. We want them to be able to sustain life. That's a good way to tell that they're good. So they were looking at the Auglaize River in the 80s and 90s, and they found only 0 to 19% of it could harbor aquatic life. But then we've done a lot since then, and they retested it around 2016 to see how much aquatic life it could support. And all of the places that they tested supported aquatic life. So it got 100%. So I feel like we hear a lot about the environment when it's in trouble, but we don't really hear a lot about it when it is saved. So this river is something that Ohioans work to improve, and really we change the world for all the aquatic animals that live in this water. So it's a really amazing success story for the environment. And speaking of water quality and the environment, over across 81 from the woods, we are building a wetland as well. So we're adding a wetland onto Kendrick Woods, and wetlands are super important for water quality. They kind of work like a coffee filter, filtering out all of the pollutants. They're like a sink for pollutants. And then the water that goes into our sewers and eventually our drinking water is filtered naturally. So that's really important. We got an H2 Ohio grant for this wetland about 1.5 years ago, and we've been working really hard on it. We've actually planted 43,000 trees over there. So it's not much to look at now. The trees are all little babies, but it's starting to fill with water. And I think by next spring, the Auglaize River flooding is going to fill that up with water. And it's going to be a really great place. Wetlands also support lots of life, lots of reptiles, amphibians, fish, and waterfowl. So it'll be really cool to go over there and see it. And I recommend going over there now so that you can see how it changes. And finally, at Kendrick Woods, it's not just a woods. It's not just a wetland. We also have a prairie here at Kendrick Woods. So Kirikoff Prairie is just on Zion Church Road. And it's connected to the woods as well. And prairies are so important for the environment. They're pollinator generators. So they've done experiments where farmers have replaced 10% of their crops with prairies, and they found that pollinator and songbird production increased by double, like it doubled. So prairies are super important for the environment, and it's really great to have them here in Allen County helping everybody, helping our gardens, helping our farms. So I recommend checking out any of these really different ecosystems that we have here at Kendrick Woods. It's such a special forest. It really is a living museum. And when you come into this forest, you really feel what it was like for people 200, 300 years ago when they came here to Allen County.
Fantastic. Thanks for coming on, Marie.
Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. Well, don't go away because we have Board We Return.